There it is, guys. The Mission Impossible theme that I love, because this is a mission impossible that we are going to make it possible here on the Vocalist channel, YouTube. Denny L Curtis. I am your host for this episode and all episodes to come. Who else did you want besides me anyway? Just love this theme. Alright, I'd like to sit there and play this all night, guys, but I cannot because I have a job to do. And I love doing my job, by the way. So thank you so much, guys, for all of your support. All of the friends out there, especially those on SingSanp. You guys have been nothing short of fabulous, and I appreciate every single one of you. I truly do. Thank you so much, guys, for being there and really helping me to launch the Vocalist, Denny L Curtis. It does mean a lot to me. So this episode tonight, it's going to be probably a little bit quicker than the other ones because we have a lot to do to prepare for tomorrow's episode. So let me just start off by saying, have any of you ever heard of the original Elvis voice? Have you ever heard of him? Quick yes or no. See, this is why we got to go live. And you know what? Tomorrow, I think we might do that at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. My time. In case for those who didn't know what my time was. Well, right now it's 1 o'clock in the morning. So, at any rate, moving on. The original Elvis, the original voice of Elvis. This dude was born 1940-something, 1945. And he did a lot of voiceovers, especially for, I believe it was This Is Elvis. And he was the guy that you seen walking up the stairs to Elise Murray's room. And he was also the voiceover when he was speaking. When you heard Elvis talking, it wasn't Elvis, that was actually this gentleman right here. And he also recorded quite a few Elvis songs. And after Elvis's death, that's when he really started doing a lot of the voiceovers and a lot of the singing for a lot of the documentaries. And he also had albums. Prior to that, he was a rock and roller. He had a couple bands. He also played on, I believe it was Jerry Reed's show, him and his band, the Rocketeers, something of that, Starlights, I forget the exact name. But anyways, he, in Chicago, played on stage with Sammy Davis Jr. So he had his own credentials already. And again, they call him the original Elvis voice because he just had a natural overtone. It's almost like they cloned him and just kind of gave him Elvis's voice. Now, yes, Elvis has his own unique voice. If you listen to anybody else who's trying to mimic, you can always tell it's not Elvis. Just like somebody trying to mimic my voice, you can tell it's not me, right? We all have our own distinctive flares about us, if you will. But this particular gentleman, for back in the day, the actual inflections that he had when speaking, it was very eerie for back in the day. And keep in mind, today we have all the clarity, everything's digitized, you know, we can edit, remix stuff, take out background noise, enhance just the voice. But back then they didn't do all that. So imagine being alive back then and you're hearing this guy and you're like, whoa, hey man, that's Elvis. You know, and it wasn't. So I'm going to play a clip here. This gentleman, and this was a good find because this guy actually bought a cassette, right, back in the 80s. And the title on the cassette was I've Been Away for a While Now, featuring, I'm going to say it right now, RAL Donner as the voice of Elvis. This is before Doug Church and all these guys. Now, I know all of those guys. I've actually competed with them, entertained with them, hung out with them. They're great guys. Okay, but again, this is going way back. So I want you guys to keep that in mind. There wasn't any Elvis impersonators back then, really. I mean, you had some guys you know, trying to do Elvis' stuff, but not in the caliber that we have today. So I want you to take a look. This is RAL Donner speaking as well as singing. And I'm going to play one more artist for you, similar, but this other artist already had #1 hits out there. And actually a song that he recorded a couple months after Elvis recorded his actually exceeded the charts with the same exact song that Elvis recorded. But we're going to play RAL Donner first, and you guys give me your impressions. Tell me what you think. Here we go.
Man, for about the next 8 years, I did nothing
this
but
is RAL Donner.
Movies and more movies. movie songs, and more movie songs. You remember some of these? Going swimming in bikinis, walking wheeling by, yeah. On the beaches, so pretty Lord I could cry. I'm just a red-blooded boy and I can't stop thinking about girls. Return to sender, return to sender. I gave a letter to the postman, he put it in his sack. Bright and early next morning, he brought my letter back.
Okay, now what's impressive about that is, again, he's not trying to sound like Elvis. And for those of you who know Elvis's voice, yes, you can hear the differences. However, the uncanny sound, without trying, just having those natural overtones, it's pretty impressive. It truly is. So this is RAL Donner, and if you guys look him up, read about him, it's actually pretty impressive. Again, I said it the other night, you know, do some research on the artist and the music that you're singing, and you'll be amazed to find out the history and some of the things, how these people actually became. And actually a lot of people, the theory was that, because see, RAL Donner was doing stuff before Elvis, so a lot of people back then believed that Elvis was mimicking RAL Donner, which I don't believe that to be the case. But if, in theory, that were the truth, then okay, you know what I mean? Like, this would be the guy that, without question in my mind, would be it back then. All right, so check him out. RAL Donner, R-A-L, last name D-O-N-N-E-R, the original voice of Elvis. Now, with that being said, I'm going to play one more dude for you here. Let me find him. And he actually had his own stuff going on, like I said. And he had this hit. It was released in May. Elvis released his in March. So it was what? January, February, March, April, May. So 2 months after. Rumor has it that he, I'll say his name, Terry Stafford. A lot of you may know him, but did you know that when he released this song, they tried to stop this airplay because of the likeness and the tone that he had of Elvis Presley? And you can hear a lot of it when he's hitting those high notes. So let's take a listen to RAL Donner. I'm sorry, not RAL Donner, Terry Stafford. And again, guys, give me your impressions on this. Let me know what you think.
Every time you kiss me, I'm still not certain that you love me. Every time you hold me, I'm still not certain that you care. Though you keep on saying you really love me.
Now point it out.
Say the same words to someone else when I'm not there. Suspicion torments my heart. Suspicion keeps us apart. Suspicion, why torture me?
Okay, that was Terry Stafford, and again, he was another guy that had his own style. However, in a lot of his songs, he had some of the overtones of Elvis Presley. And again, guys, from back then, especially if you were already an established artist, you didn't go out like, you know, a lot of the artists today. Who can I think of? Michael Bublé, for example. Michael Bublé. Almost every song he sings is a cover, right? And I'm not putting Michael Bublé down. I love Michael Bublé, but he does a lot of covers. Elvis, Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, so on and so forth. Back then, you would sing other people's songs because they didn't have all the copyrights and stuff that they have now. However, you wouldn't go out and try to mimic an already established artist, or you wouldn't go out and already be established and then just start doing covers from everybody else and try to imitate their style and voice. You know, maybe the style, some of it, but not particularly their voice. And be as close, especially with RAL Donner, as he was. Because like I said, RAL Donner was actually doing stuff before Elvis was even noticed. Of course, Elvis was born in 1935, but RAL Donner had already had a head start. So, again, guys, keep that stuff in mind. Like I said, man, when you're singing and you're doing certain songs or you're singing, you know, another artist's music, do some history on it. You know, just do a little research on it, and you'll be amazed as to what you find. And you may have a deeper appreciation for the music that you're singing. I know that I do, and it just really helps me to understand why this person sings this style that they sing, whether it's ballads, whether it's rock and roll, whatever it is. You know, it just really puts you in their shoes and allows you to become emotionally attached to the music, okay? So, the other thing I wanted to bring up to you guys is also we are going to have Elvis Week. And the Elvis Week is going to consist of Elvis entertainers, Elvis impersonators, and the like. Now, you don't have to be an impersonator, but I want to hear your Elvis songs. I want to know what influenced you to get into the style of Elvis's music. And if you are an Elvis tribute artist, I want to know all about you, how you got started, when you did your first show, all that fun stuff, okay? Because I did it for years. So I want to hear other people's stories, how other, you know, their ups and downs, what they went through, and why they do it, if they're still doing it. And if they're not, then what was your reason for walking away from it? You could have been personal, what have you. But that's okay. I just want to understand what got you involved to begin with. You know, maybe was it something you were influenced by when you were a child? Did you just hear it one day and just happen to fall in love with Elvis's style, his music, his voice? Was it a friend, relative? Whatever it is, I want to know. Okay? Right up here. So, we're going to have an Elvis Week. So for all of you Elvis fans out there, Elvis impersonators, tribute artists, Elvis singers, male, female, I don't care. Send it to me. I want to get you on this channel. And guys, if you're shy, don't worry about it, because we're going to get you over this hump. I really want you guys to come out of your shell, be the best that you can be, and then some. I'm going to coach you all along the way. If I can sit here and talk to everybody, then you can do it too, but you're going to do it with me. We'll have a lot of fun, I promise you, and I will definitely support you 100%. I support everybody that goes out there and does it. You have the courage. You're already doing it, all right? So please, send me your information. Pass the vocalist, Denny L Curtis, on to your friends, family, whoever, your dog. I don't care if he listens to it. I want everybody listening. I want everybody tuning in. So far, guys, we're doing an awesome job. So again, thumbs up. Thank you very much. Now, I'll let you guys know when that's happening. So, in closing, guys, tomorrow, like I said, we had an interview scheduled. And the blues artist, name, Blue Opal. That's Blue Opal. She is a SingSanp member. She is also a blues artist. I have now here, I don't do this because I can't read. I do this because I want to look smarter. Okay? So, I have her criteria here, her about and everything, the questions I asked her, she answered it. And so, because she will be unable to do the live interview, that's okay. Like I said, you don't have to. She gave me all the information that I requested, and I'm going to read all of this for you guys tomorrow, play a lot of her songs, discuss many different things that she sent me. The only part that I won't be able to do is ask her questions on the spot. Then again, that's okay because she will be on live. We will get her live. I promise you that. But for right now, why do I sing? When did I start to sing? What skills she learned along the way while singing? What kind of singer she feels that she is? You know, how does she develop? What does she think she's at now as far as her singing abilities, as far as her career goes with the singing music? Who inspired her? Who was her influence the most, or the biggest influence she had or has and still does as a singer, as a musician, as an artist? Okay, so these are all the things that she has given to me. Again, that is Blue Opal on SingSnap, and the gentleman that you heard the other night, that is Army Brat, another fantastic singer. He is also a member on SingSnap, but the only way you can hear them is you got to go on SingSnap. You got to join SingSnap, guys. Okay. By the way, SingSnap, I still haven't found any Helmet Lottie on there yet. I just checked because I wanted to record some music because I've been getting asked. Yes, guys, I will be having some new songs recorded for you. I just don't like really to talk about myself, to be perfectly honest with you. So I enjoy talking about other people. You know, so, but I will be having some new recordings coming up, I promise you that. We will also update you guys when our show is coming up. We're going to try to do it live. Maybe we can do a live YouTube thing. Oh, speaking of live, tomorrow night on the Tucker Carlson show. You guys watch Tucker Carlson? He's good. I like Tucker Carlson. I don't watch him all the time now. However, I really don't watch any news, especially constant negative news. I just, it's bad for this up here. So anyways, on the vocalist, Denny L Curtis, tomorrow night we are going to stay scheduled with the interview. And what I'm going to try to do is at 9 p.m. go live on YouTube. So I will send everybody the criteria. I will actually post it on my page tomorrow. Okay, on the SingSnap page tomorrow, I will post it if it's a definite, because we're gonna. I really want to do something live, and then I want to be able to at least see if I can read the comments, answer any questions, what have you. So that's tomorrow night, guys, Eastern Standard Time, my time, 9 p.m. right here in New England, right here in my studio / office / music room / relaxation room. So, anyways, guys, it is about that time for me. It is 1:30 a.m. in the morning. And again, I appreciate everybody's support. It truly is an incredible ride thus far. And I mean this with all my heart. You know, I was hesitant about doing this initially. Didn't know what to expect. Didn't know what it would be like, or even if it would be a minute success or anything. But however, like Earl Nightingale says, we become what we think about. So if we think we are going to be a success, and if we think positive, then that's what we become. So with that being said, guys, stay positive, stay happy, and you know, treat everybody with respect out there. And again, until then, stay safe. Tomorrow night, 9 p.m., the vocalist Denny L Curtis on the YouTube channel. God bless.
Every time you call me and tell me we should meet tomorrow, I can't help but think that you're meeting someone else tonight. Why should our romance just keep on causing me some sorrow?